We are back on the ML Sports Platter, and it's been way too long since I've had this guy on, Ryan Hasenauer from Western OTB, Batavia Downs Gaming, VP of Business Development. Go book your packages now. Stay, play, dine, and win. BataviaDownsGaming.com, a proud sponsor of the Platter, as is Western OTB. You can hit your local OTBs and Western OTB. The horse racing season is fast upon us as well, coming up. Triple Crown. Oh, my goodness. We're going at, 100 miles an hour here. Ryan, welcome back to the show, and see that little Q-zip there, my friend. 25-5-2 in the last 32, buddy.
Playing so good. I was there last night watching the gold medal ceremony with Tage and with, of course, Jack Eichel's back in town. And, what an electric feeling, Mike. Like the crowd was there early. That's how you know people care. I was actually texting with a friend because parking was such a pain in the butt to get over there to get parked. It was just like, I can't, it was at a standstill all around the stadium because so many people were trying to get down there early because they knew that the ceremony was going to take place a little bit before puck drop. On a Tuesday night in downtown Buffalo, it's a late arriving crowd because people have work, but not last night. Everyone was in their seats early, had those Tage towels. They were excited and ready to go. And man, I can't wait for playoff hockey to be back in the city of Buffalo. It's just a great feeling.
All right. So you're saying they're already in, you're feeling it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we the way that we're playing, it would have to be, check back to me in a month if we didn't make it. I'm going to be really upset.
Well, the good news is in a month you'll know because the season's going to be over. There's only 20 games left or so because of the condensed schedule prior to the Olympics and now post Olympics. They've got 4 games this week. They've won 4 in a row coming out of the Olympics.
Right.
They're 25-5-2 in their last 32. They're 2 points out now of the division lead, by the way. All these different numbers they've got going on, and they were one of the worst teams, if not the worst, on December 9th. They won that overtime game in Edmonton, and we thought nothing of it. They win 10 in a row, losing Columbus, and kept rolling from there. The good news is you guys have hot packages to go see the Sabres.
Absolutely. So we've got something that's cooking with what we got going on here. We've got a special that we're doing on certain select weekday games, not the weekend days, but on certain select weekday games. If you want to, you can purchase a hotel room at Batavia Downs for $269. It includes a $20 gas card and $100 in free play, $50 per person. It includes 2 tickets inside of our suite at the arena to watch the game that night. So if you're coming from Syracuse, if you're coming from Rochester, what you'd likely do is come in, check in at 4:00. Right,
Yep.
Get your room, get your keys, drop your bags. You'll get your tickets then. Then you hop on the road, you drive to Buffalo, you go to the game, and then you drive back to Batavia after the game. You get a nice place to stay. Gaming floors open up until 1:00 in the morning. You've got a great place to get breakfast in the morning because it's free continental breakfast the next day. So really, really nice what we have going on here at Batavia Downs. And this is just something extra special that we're doing with everybody. So it's very cool.
I love that, and it's an unbelievable deal, by the way, and those suite tickets are awesome. I mean, I've sat in those many times, and you're right about getting there and the crowd being there early because I've done some string games for ESPN the last several years during the drought, and I get in there 2-3 hours before the game. It's pretty bare. You can, the lights turn, and you're just downtown, and you get right in.
Right.
Man, I'll tell you what, I've heard that from people too. Trying to get down there, eat early, even getting out half hour before 5:00. It's packed down there again. And we remember, you and I remember, everybody remembers what it was like when they had those playoff games at the outside with the nice weather. It is roaring in Western New York. Yeah. And I got to be honest with you, Ryan, I think this is coming at an awesome time because the Bills, a little bit of turmoil, they get coaching change, another divisional playoff loss. A lot of people all of a sudden down on the Bills and they're up on the Sabres. What world are we living in right now?
I know. And the Bandits are terrible this year. They're not playing very well. So, some people are joking we had to sacrifice the Bills and the Bandits to get the Sabres back to the playoffs for to the sports gods. But, you mentioned what it's like down there. The party in the plaza that's there. They put the big screens up. I remember distinctly there was so many people downtown for those games that the Bisons actually invited people to come into the stadium for free. They would put the game on the big screen and then they would just open up their concession stands so people could be around other people watching the game and they could sit. Right. And I remember the Bison Stadium was, I mean, it fits a zillion people, obviously, but there was a couple thousand people that were partaking and enjoying in that. The collectiveness of Buffalo, such a great town, just the city of good neighbors. We deserve this. It's been a long time coming, and I'm so pumped to be able to experience it with everybody.
No doubt. Tell everybody about 3-point shot.
Yeah, so obviously the NCAA tournament's coming up in Buffalo, by the way.
Yep.
And so, people can come down. I remember the days, Mike, where when Syracuse was good, they were the one seed. I think I've watched Syracuse play in Buffalo twice, which is incredible to be
One
able
of
to
those
see.
was a loss to Dayton, though.
Yeah, one was the loss to Dayton. That was a rough one, but then I forget who they beat in the other one. But that was a great time being there and watching Syracuse play. Syracuse probably not making it to Buffalo this year, but that's all right. We'll still enjoy whatever teams get put to us on Selection Sunday. But to kind of promote watching the games at 34 Sports Bar, watching the Sabres, watching the NCAA tournament, you can go ahead and come in on Saturday, March 14th. We're going to draw 12 names, four at a time at, I believe it's 7, 8, and 9, or maybe it's 8, 9, and 10. I have to look at the website here. But we're going to draw people to come up and just attempt a 3-point shot in the lobby. I got a hoop, a 10-foot hoop down there. We got a regulation size basketball. No warm up. You just got to step up and fire. If you make the shot, I'm going to get you $500 cash. Even if you don't make it, you're going to win $100 in free play. So we're
Wow.
going to take care of people that way. You get
Jeez.
selected, you get $100, and you get a one-time shot to try to make $500, and just a little bit of fun, just a little bit of something to kind of go along with the things that are happening in the world. We're probably going to do like a soccer ball giveaway when the big tournament comes to town there, and or not our town but America this summer. So trying to kind of capitalize on these big sporting events. It's always good to do that here in the casino industry.
I was wondering if it would be a 10-foot hoop or it would be your Nerf hoop from home, but we're going right. We're going up top for you.
We
Okay,
got
I
to
like.
go regulation. So, and you can't unfortunately have a proxy shoot for you. So, like if I select you and you can't really hoof that basketball up there, we did a half court shot for a couple years, Mike, and that was a disaster because you either got somebody who tried to baseball style whip it across my
Right.
lobby, which
Yep.
just puts people's lives in danger because that ball's flying all over the place.
That's right.
Or if it hits something, it could damage the walls or whatever. But what happened more often than not is someone would really throw it like 2 feet, and you're like, "That what are we doing here?" I think a 3-point shot's more reasonable. And when we did it last year, we had a couple people almost make it. So it just makes it a little bit more exciting when that happens. So
That's incredible. Let's wrap up here with the summer concert series. I think it was just a few weeks ago. And obviously, it was all over the social. Another just unreal lineup, Ryan.
yeah, this is the most diverse lineup we've ever had in terms of like our concerts. And the reason why I'm so excited for us to have what we have this year is basically because it talks to every single type of person, right? So you're
Yeah.
kicking off in June with the Spinners, which is like a Motown group, right? So
Mhm.
that kind of like, Rubber Band Man and Working My Way Back to You, Babe, like that's just feel good. I'm outside in the summer having a drink with my friends, kind of music to sing along to. And that's just awesome. Then we take a break, for 4th of July weekend. We understand people have things they got going on, so we're taking a little break there because it kind of conflicts with that. Then we're coming back with Quiet Riot, an 80s hairband staple. Then we've got the Village People. I mean, literally, the
Come on now.
Village People. So like YMCA, In the Navy, Macho Man, all those songs that everybody knows the words to. If you're singing them at a Sabres game, you're singing them at like some sort of party, a wedding, you know the words, you know the hand motions, you know everything. So gonna have those guys there. Then we're bringing in from Bad English and the Babies, John Waite. So he's kind of an '80s power ballad hairband guy. Actually, he sold the second most tickets so far, which is great. Then we go back to back with tribute shows. We have a Van Halen tribute called Jump. They're a national act, really really good. These are all guys that were born in the 2000s, so they're in their mid 20s, so they look like David Lee Roth and those guys when they were in their heyday and when they were in their 20s in the mid 80s.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of like thing you're going to see there. The next week we are returning. It's the only returning act, which is the Fleetwood Mac Rumors ATL tribute. They did a great job last time. We have a new Tom Petty tribute that's coming with them, so it's a double feature that second week in a row with Tom Petty tribute, and then the Fleetwood Mac tribute, and then we finish it off with Jody Messina, who's our number one ticket seller so far. That's a country music act. She's got Heads Carolina, Tails California, a couple other great songs. So she's number one right now. Our people really wanted country. We were giving them Southern rock for a while, Mike, and now we're giving them true, actual country. And people are rewarding us by buying tickets. So just a great summer of fun. And we didn't even talk, Mike. We got the Triple Crown coming up here. You mentioned
Oh,
horse racing is coming up quick. Something we did this past Friday is we did a handicapping contest at the Worley branch, and we had a whole bunch of people show up, pay their $20, and they got to bet on 5 races, 3 at Aqueduct, 2 at Gulfstream. And people were having a good time cheering for their horses, kind of palling around with each other. Who'd you pick? I got this horse, whatever. And so we gave out some prizes, we gave out some cash, and we're going to be coming to every single OTB branch at some point between now and the summer to do it. So I plan on visiting out your way to the Auburn branch at some point.
Can't wait.
Yeah, you should come out and test your metal here for $20 and get in on our handicapping contest. So we'll be doing that coming up. I got to think in April or maybe early May. But obviously not Derby week, but some other week we'll be doing it.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing a handicapping contest out Auburn way.
Okay.
So for your listeners who are in the Syracuse area, we'll publish that on the OTB Facebook page. So follow us on our OTB Facebook page for that. I'm sure we'll have you promoted as well. I would
Yes.
love to have you be there as well for that
No doubt.
day. But that would be really cool to see some OTB folks come out for our new contest we're doing all around our parlors coming up here in 2026.
Always so much going on at Batavia Downs Gaming and Western OTB. The 3-point shot, check it out. Book your Sabres package. Check out the upcoming concert series. Unbelievable stuff. And what Ryan was talking about is horse racing season is fast upon us in Auburn. Be on the lookout on all the social pages there and on mine. BataviaDownsGaming.com for more. He is the VP of Business Development for both Western OTB and Batavia Downs Gaming, proud sponsors of the ML Sports Platter. Ryan, great to catch up again. And 3 words for you. Let's go Buffalo.
Buffalo. Let's do it. Thanks, Mike.